Hey, what's going on, everybody? Max here with BB, and today for 10 Minutes Max, we're going to be showing you something brand new to BB, something brand new to the BB terminal, and we're going to be talking about some of our favorite coins here: Pepe, Andy, Wolf, Brett, the Boys Club, all on the brand new Degen page of BB terminal, guys. This has been a probably 6-month project, kind of a sub project of the broader BB terminal project. We are building something that will look very familiar, but I'm going to show you why it is truly one of a kind. So guys, do me a favor before we get into the video. Do not forget to hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new. And furthermore, we just ran a 4th of July special for BB terminal and for our Discord packages, guys. Use the code right here, Patriot, for 69% off your first month, guys. But again, just a quick reminder, what I will be showing you right now is 100% for free, right? What I'm showing you, you can use immediately, no sign up required, no nothing. Just go to the website. So let's not waste any more time. So guys, here's the BB terminal. We have this new page here called the Degen page. All right, called the Degen page. So I'm just even gonna like refresh this right here. Make sure everything is up to date, guys. Degen page right here, okay? So I'm so excited about this page, guys. This is our brand new DEX through BB terminal, guys. It's something that is going to look very familiar. It looks just like, you know, DEX Screener or DEX Tools, or maybe one of the other big ones that you guys are a little bit more familiar with. We built our own here at Because Bitcoin through the BB terminal. We have some features that are truly one of a kind, and I can't wait to dive in and actually show you guys why this is a better version of what you guys are already using, while doing TA and analysis on some of your favorite coins and my favorite coins. So let's do this. We're going to start up here with Pepe. So we're going to search Pepe, you know, just like you normally would. And I'm just going to type in OX69 because I love the contract meta. I love OX69, I love OX68, I love OX67, I love them all, right? So here's Pepe, right? You could have typed in Pepe, but I typed in OX69. So now you're going to see a page here that looks, again, very familiar to probably what you've already been using, right? It looks like a DEX screener. It looks like a DEX tools. You've got transactions of recent orders down here. You've got holders, which we're going to dive into all this stuff down here. You've got, you know, a link to the website, the X account, the, you know, liquidity, FDV, market cap, all this stuff. You know, you can change your price up here. You can change your Y axis to, you know, market cap, you know, instead of just looking at the price, all the stuff that you're familiar with, guys. But this is our own. So a couple things. One, you'll notice that just right off the bat, ours looks way better, right? So up here in the upper right-hand corner, I put in 3 default options. I can probably make a million if you guys want some more. But people always say, Max, I really love how your charts look, right? Because I've talked about this at length. This stuff is so difficult to understand. By making it look pretty, making it look better, it's easier to understand. So we came up with 3 awesome default templates. This one is just kind of how I chart on TradingView. I made it mimic it. So right out of the gate, you're going to see Max's default. This is what mine looks like. I also created one that's a dark one for those that don't like the light color background. You can just very quickly toggle this to dark, and it's going to make blue and white candles with kind of a navy background, just for those that like a little bit of a dark theme. And then additionally, black and white. I know a lot of people like just using black and white. So really simple. You don't need to make your own charts. You can, right? You could double click on it. You know, you can make these whatever you want. But these are some of my favorites. I like Max's default, right? You guys probably see this. You follow me on X. But anyways, looks really good. Really clean right out of the gate. Much better than just like a normal standard DEX. We make it look beautiful. We do the little bit of extra stuff. We dot the I's, we cross the T's. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's dive into holders, guys. All right, so here we go. Here's all your holder information, right? You'll probably be very familiar with something that looks like this on DEX Screener or DEX Tools, right? You're going to see all the top wallets. Most of the big ones on Pepe, because it is such a large centralized altcoin now, are just exchanges. Like this top one is probably Binance, and, you know, then Bybit's up there, something like that. But what's also really cool is that we have these two, additional data points or features up here, right? So we have the holder distribution and we have the holder count, right? So you can expand both of them. Let's expand the holder distribution. When you click expand, it will make you a nice, beautiful pie chart, right? Where you can see the top 10 holders for Pepe hold basically 40% of the supply, which again, for Pepe, because Pepe is not even really an on-chain alt anymore. It's really more of a centralized, large cap altcoin, right? So something like Andy, which I will show you, because again, we're going to dive into all the boys today, okay? Will look a little bit different, but you can see a breakdown of holder distribution in a nice, beautiful pie chart, custom feature brought to you by BB Terminal. Additionally, you can expand the holder count and you can see a 7-day breakdown of the holder count here. Look in the upper left corner, you can see holders, the date, the change, holder count is obviously a direct positive correlation to that of price. More holders, price going up, you can go back here and look at, the past 30 days, roughly something like that, a little bit more. This goes back to October now. You can see the holder count climbing, things like that, checking whether a coin on chain is in good standing, meaning is the project actually growing? Are more people buying it? Are they holding it? Things like that, right? So some cool features, right? Now, on top of being able to change your defaults and also see some additional holder information down here, we added this other feature, the compare feature, which is something that I was adamant that when we launched the BB Degen page, the DEX page of BB Terminal, it had to have this. It was driving me crazy that these mainstream DEXs did not offer this, so we built it ourselves, okay? So what we have is a compare button up here. All right, so what you can do here is right on Degen, right through BB Terminal on your DEX page, you click compare. Now let's type in Andy. We'll type in OX6A, right? You could type in Andy, but we're going to stick with, I'm just showing you can search the contracts too. All right, so we'll pull up Andy, okay? Now, what do you notice here? We got Pepe up top, we got Andy down below. Now, through your Degen page, you can actually compare Andy and Pepe, and you can compare unlimited, right? You can compare unlimited. You can look at these tickers just like I would show you and have to, very tediously create. I make these comparison charts all the time, right? You guys probably follow me on X, you've seen it. It's very labor intensive to make these, these beautiful charts, right? You have to manipulate TradingView to stack them on top of each other. All you have to do through BB Terminal Degen page is just pull up your ticker, click compare, type in the other one, it'll throw it right down below for you. And if you want to change the colors, real simple. Double click the candles, right? We'll make Andy, kind of yellowish orange, right? Golden dog. And we can make Pepe green, right? Really simple. So now you have a way to very easily recreate some of these charts that are necessary to understanding the dynamics of the market, how things are moving, why they're moving the way that they are, right? So this is a really, really cool, unique feature that you can only find here through BB Terminal, through Degen page, guys. There's no second best. There's no better way to do this, guys. On-chain has grown so much this cycle, and we've taken what's out there, created our own version of it, and added these little important nuances that just add the difference, right? Now, we can add something like Wolf on here, right? Let's add OX67. We'll add Wolf on here, right? We'll do the same thing. We'll add a third ticker. Watch how easy this is to compare, right? We'll find Wolf, add it down below, let it load, throw it in log mode. Oops. Throw it in log mode. And we'll just change it to purple for Wolf, right? Here we go. Make it look beautiful, right? So now you've got Pepe, you've got Andy, you've got Wolf, all stacked beautifully right below each other, fully automated. So easy to do, guys. It's so easy, anybody can do it. And that's part of what we wanted to do here is make these really complicated forms of analysis easier for you guys to understand. And if you'd prefer they're all going to be on the same, the same pane, really simple. Two options here. I'll show you how to do it both ways. You navigate up here to Andy. You go to the three dots. You click move to existing pane above. Then now Andy's on the same pane as Pepe. And for Wolf, I'll show you the other way to do it. You just put your mouse over the candles like this. See, I got a hold of it. And I just drag it up top. Oop, I did a little bit too slow. And you just drag it up top like that. okay? So now I've got Andy, I've got Wolf, I've got Pepe all in the same pane. And something else you can do is you can create a manual spaghetti chart here, okay? So what we'll do is we'll right click on one of the axes, merge all scales into one on the right. And then what we can do is we can, again, right click here once they're all on one axis, one Y axis, and we can change to percentage. And now what we've done is we've created our own spaghetti chart of all three tickers right here on Degen Page on DEX, right? So clean, so simple. Anybody can do it, right? Literally anybody can do it. You can change the time frame. So now we can go back to a day where we're creating our own spaghetti chart. I'm just showing you guys how I, analyze these markets. And look at, this is something we always talk about, right? Andy's in yellow, Wolf's in purple, Pepe's in green. Just looking at the hourly here, now we can see Andy's up 8.25%, Land Wolf's up, 1.9, Pepe's down 2%, whatever, but they're all moving exactly the same, right? Which just again goes back to this concept of the beta train, right? Of the beta train, how they're all, one moves, they all move, right? So it's a really awesome, cool, one of a kind function that we built here at BB Terminal is this absolutely awesome functionality that you can only find here, right? So let me move these back here. So I'll just show you how easy it is. You right click on Andy, move to new pane below, right click on the wolf candles, move to new pane below. And now, we're kind of back where we started, and then I'll change my Y axes back to normal. And then I can toggle them off like this. So now we're looking at Pepe, guys. Now we're looking at Pepe. Let me show you some more features here, and then we're really going to dive in and do some deep analysis. Some more functionality that you can only find here at BB, guys. So we just launched this today. Like it's live right now. You can go to bbterminal.com, click Degen in the upper left corner. You can see it. You can use it right away. Test it out for yourself. Okay, we're adding more functionality, like we're making a favorites list, right? So right now you can't make one. That's going to go live very soon, right? So you can make your own watch list, things like that. Indicators. Notice how when you click indicators, you see BB and then the name. BB, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 right now. Let me jump over here real quick. You can go to BB indicators, and you can, if you sign up for BB Terminal, you get all these indicators which you can add to your trading view. There's like 22 of them. We're about to add another one, okay? All of these are going to be added to Degen as well, right? So what we have now, going back to Degen, is, and I got to pull Pepe back up here. What we have here is now our own version of DEX Screener or DEX Tools that we're going to be adding 100% custom, proprietary, one-of-a-kind scripts to that you can't find anywhere else because we built them. We use them every single day to trade. These are our scripts, and we're going to be adding these, much better than, average. You just kind of find them anywhere, default scripts, custom proprietary scripts to help give you that additional edge, guys. So let me show you a couple of them, right? All of the ones that are over here on indicators are going to be added here shortly, okay? So let's just show one here. Here's moon cycles, right? We'll zoom out here. We'll go to like the 4 hour, okay? So now through BB Terminal Degen Page, and I'll go dark here. You can actually overlay a moon cycles indicator on Pepe right through our Degen page, right? Pretty unique, pretty cool. Something else we can do here, and let me just change to black and white. I just like how that looks. BB RSI coloring, right? So we made a custom RSI script. I'll turn off the border so you can see the candles better. You can now use our custom BB colored RSI script that shows, blue when you're really oversold, deep red, when you're overbought. And you can actually use it on chain now through the BB DEX, through Degen Page. All right, so I'm just showing you quickly a few of these cool features and functionalities that you can really only find here through BB. You could do, this is one of my favorites here, statistical volume, okay? And I'll turn off the borders just so you can see it a little cleaner here. This is highlighting volume in a unique function here, right? So, for example, whoever this was, RIP, What they did here is they tried to break out long Pepe to new highs. You saw this deep green, shaded candle here. We had +2 standard deviations of buy volume on a breakout. Price immediately reversed. All these buyers here that bought on that green candle are underwater, and then we had a big sell-off, right? So this shows you a really cool way to see where there is, people shorting the lows, selling the highs, things like that. Again, a guy right here, +2 standard deviations of buy volume. He was underwater. They puked, we sold off, right? So all these custom, totally one of a kind, proprietary, custom scripts, you can only get them really through us. We made them here through the Degen page. Here's another one, TD9 or TD sequential, right? It's showing you, statistically, when you have a certain sequence of candles based on the open and the close, again, you can Google what, TD sequential indicators do and read about it and, back test it yourself, but does a really good job of, signifying when you are seeing like buyer exhaustion, seller exhaustion, trend coming to an end. You can now use that on chain. You could use it on any coin, right? So anyways, guys, really excited about that. I hope you can see the vision on what we're building here. So it's something you're very familiar with. It's got all the existing functionality that you know and love, but now we at BB get to add our own custom spin on all of it, okay? So let's do this. Let's do a little bit of analysis here, and we'll talk about Pepe, Andy, Wolf, Brett, the boys, right? So right up top, we've got Pepe. So what we're going to do, again, this is on my, custom default here, Max's default. What we'll do is we can hide this just to make the chart a little bit bigger. And just in normal Max fashion, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it all green for Pepe, and I'll turn off the borders just so it's even more visible, right? So here's Pepe. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some comparisons, right? So let's pull up Brett. And what we can do is we can go Brett right here, and we will add Brett right down below, guys. So we'll let that load quick. And now what we're going to do is we'll change Brett to blue, right? Brett kind of has a nice blue to it, and we like to make it look pretty, right? So real simple, we'll turn the borders off. Let's add some more here. We'll add Andy OX68. Click on Andy. So easy, anybody can do it. We'll let Andy load. We'll throw it in log mode. And of course, turn our borders off, make it even more visible, and we'll change our coloring. Now let's add on Wolf. Let Wolf load here, and then we will navigate down to Wolf, throw it in log mode, and we'll make Wolf a nice purple. All right, guys, so the first thing that you notice is one, they all kind of move together, right? Shouldn't be surprising to anybody at this point. Now, when can we expect them to start moving again? Well, Pepe really is the leader. It's not just the leader of the boys club, but it's the leader of really everything meme this cycle, right? Pepe really is the king. So when I look at Pepe here, first thing I notice is this trend line, right? So Pepe was in this horrific downtrend after it topped, first week of December. And then it finally broke out here, May 8th, right? And to me, this looks very much so like a breakout, consolidation, working on, some kind of retest, and we're probably going to move higher, right? I would look at this as kind of like your retest spot, somewhere around here. And then furthermore, we could draw another little, trend line right here and say there is a bullish compression that's occurring right here on Pepe. Now let's see what things look like on Brett, right? Very similar. Oh, and would you look at that? Same exact kind of trend line breakout, right? Same exact thing. Topped on basically the same day, probably within like 12 hours. And going all the way back here, what are we doing? Looks like we are retesting this consolidation base for Brett. And we have a very, very similar trend line brewing here, a bullish compression after the breakout. How about Andy? Same exact thing. Horrible downtrend topped on the exact same day. Here's your base or your reaccumulation. And let's draw our trend line right here as well. Another bullish compression. So shocking to see, I know. How about Wolf? Wolf breaks out. Wolf topped on the same day, went into a horrible correction, breaks out of that horrible downtrend. Here's your reaccumulation base. And let's draw a trend line on Wolf for this little shoulder right here as well. So what you can see very clearly amongst all these tickers now, Pepe, Brett, Andy, Wolf, is that they are all trading together, right? So what we really need right now from this market, it's super simple, is we need Pepe to break upwards out of this little bullish structure that it's in. When Pepe breaks up out of this structure, you're going to see Brett break up out of the structure. You're going to see Andy break up out of the structure, and you're going to see Wolf break up out of the structure. I mean, it's literally identical across the board. I mean, look at the highs, right? It's the same, right? Look at the lows. It's the same on all of the tickers. Look at the highs. Again, it's the same on all of the tickers. And then look at the recent bullish formations, the breakouts, the consolidations, the retests. And for those that are like, we'll never pump again, okay, you know what? There's a chance you're right. Let's invert the scales, right? Just so we don't get into a tricky little bias, right? These look horrendous, right? Let me collapse all these. Let's start with just Pepe. This looks abysmal, you know, like if we were looking at this structure right here, and here, I'll even invert the colors. So it's like, you know, this is again inverted. So I changed bullish to red, bearish to green. If we were looking at this structure right here, we'd be like, oh boy, like breakdown, supply overhead right here, retest of the base. This trend line is going to break. This is a bearish shoulder, and you'd be expecting continuation, probably targeting, you know, somewhere around this low if you were a trader, right? I'm actually expecting more than that. Let's look at Brett, right? Same thing, guys. Same thing here for Brett, right? How about Andy? Same thing. Same exact thing. How about Wolf? Same exact thing, guys. So it's like, you know, I look at all of these together and I feel incredibly confident and mainly insulated. I feel insulated because Pepe is such a strong performer. Pepe is most likely going to be breaking out of, you know, this bullish structure at some point here soon. I really think it's going to be this month. You know, and I am expecting, you know, higher, right? I mean, very simply, like I am just expecting higher. And you know, this entire region that we've been in, you know, since you could take it from here or here, doesn't really matter, is just one giant consolidation. And I'll modify my fibs to look a little bit differently. We don't need all these. We don't need this. We'll keep our price discovery fibs on there. Put it in log mode, right? So when I look at this, I say, okay, it's pretty simple. Like you're in a giant range here, range high, range low, mid range. You've got a 1618 up in here, 2618 up in here. You know, to me, it feels very much so like this is just one giant, you know, consolidation. This is just one humongous consolidation that we've been in since summer of last year, with one little deviation when it got listed on Coinbase, but then it was met with a symmetrical deviation to the downside. And I would be expecting from here a breakout to the upside, right? At minimum, this 1618, but much more likely somewhere up in here like the 2618. I'm expecting expansion. So anyways, guys, really excited about this new product here. Again, it's 100% free, bbterminal.com. Click on the Degen tab in the upper left-hand corner. And again, we're going to be adding, I mean, truly unlimited custom functionality to this, right? We took something that you guys are all familiar with, you guys probably use on a daily basis, and we put our own spin on it, adding new functions, new features, and just improving on a product that people already know and love, right? So anyways, I hope you guys will check it out. And if you really want to dive in Give yourself the best tools out there. Again, this BB Terminal website is your all-in-one. Look at my mouse in the upper left corner. You've got the Degen Page, which we're on. You've got a portfolio tracker, BB indicators, which you can use on your trading view. You sign up, enter your trading view name, you get access to all of them. You've got heat map, right? So if you're more interested in like what majors are doing, right? You can come over here to the heat maps, type in your ticker. It'll load you, liquidation map, show you, where leverage traders are going to be susceptible to, forced closures of their positions. Lots of different time frames, things like that. Spaghetti chart, DCA tab where, you can check all these, on-chain indicators for, for Bitcoin, for ETH, wallet count statistics, hash rate, Pule multiples, terminal price, things like that. I mean, it's truly your all-in-one Swiss Army knife, guys. So I wanted to make this video using the Degen tab, which is 100% for free. But if you want to give yourself all of the tools, not just the DEX component, right? Not just a better version of a DEX, check out bbterminal.com, guys. And again, you can use that code Patriot, 4th of July special, code Patriot at checkout for 69% off your first month. And again, at checkout, you will see you can pay in crypto now, guys. So you don't have to even put in a card. You can pay in crypto. But guys, thanks for being here, and we will see you next time. Take care.
Welcome to Degen, the ultimate all-in-one platform for tracking and analyzing tokens across every major DEX. Think of it like DEX Screener and all your other favorite tools, but upgraded. Let's dive in. First, search any token. In this case, let's look up Pepe. Right away, you'll see live data, price action, volume, market cap, and more. Now here's where the magic happens. Click into the asset and you'll unlock features most platforms don't offer. Right away, you'll notice the charts look different from what you're used to on other platforms. That's intentional. In the top right corner, you'll see a button labeled Templates. This is where you can switch between our custom chart themes. The first one, Max's default, is based on the exact color scheme and setup Max uses on TradingView. If you follow him on Twitter, you'll recognize it immediately. Let's compare Pepe to another one of our favorites, Andy. In just one click, you can instantly see how they stack up side by side. Need technicals? We've got you covered. Turn on BB's proprietary indicators like RSI color, TD9 count, and more. Switch timeframes and watch everything adjust seamlessly. Underneath the chart, you'll find two powerful tabs, Distribution and Holders. Hit Expand on Distribution and check out the interactive pie chart. Hover to get exact percentages of wallet distribution. Click into Holders to track wallet activity over 7 days, 30 days, or all time. On the right side, you'll find all the essential metrics: price, volume, market cap, number of wallets, and more, constantly updating in real time. And if you want the full charting experience, collapse the side panels and enjoy a full screen layout, perfect for technical analysis. Just like TradingView. We're just getting started. More indicators, more features, and if there's something you want to see, let us know. Welcome to the future of DEX analytics. BB Degen.